Hello, greetings everyone. Very warm welcome from us as Dell Technologies to all of you. And a big thank you also to CIO Africa for organizing this amazing event. My name is Nelson Catanho. I'm an advisory systems engineer covering a region that we call Southeast Africa, which includes countries like Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Ethiopia, Angola, and others. And today, the topic I have to cover is the Dell Technologies advantage and how Dell Technologies has been helping customers in the insurance space drive innovation in the industry that they are in. So the world has changed a lot in the last 2 years due to the pandemic. We have noticed that companies and customers such as yourself have changed dramatically over the last couple of months. And we also noticed that the digital pace of digital transformation has also accelerated exponentially. And why is this? Because it was the only way for organizations to ensure the business continuity during lockdown periods, during periods where they were interacting with their customers over a mobile phone, and periods also where their workforce was working remotely. And companies such as yourself have responded, showing that technology can actually create opportunities during this new reality that we are all in. And this is exactly the topic that we will be covering today. Now, the question that comes to mind for most of you is, how is your organization ready for what's coming next? And if we look at what's coming next, undoubtedly, organizations and companies have understood that there is no longer an option to transform digitally. It's either a matter of disrupting in the space that you're at or being disrupted. And this is shown by a survey that we have been conducting since 2016 until 2020. And this year it's expected to conduct a new version of this survey where Dell and Intel survey 4,300 business leaders around the globe. And what we have been noticing is that 80% of businesses have fast-tracked some digital transformation programs in the last couple of years, out of which 94 have reported facing enhanced barriers to this transformation. And this is essentially due to the lack of conditions associated to their agility when it comes to their IT setup. What we have been noticing from 2016 until 2020 is that there has been a significant change or effort towards shifting to the right of this quadrant. So all the way from digital laggards to ideally the digital leaders. And then again, highlighting the fact that this number is not greater because of all the challenges that companies have been facing. Now, digital transformation is imperative. Customers do understand and appreciate the fact that they either disrupt or be disrupted. Now, the big question is, how can we transform digitally in an efficient manner? And in which ways can we actually use technologies such as artificial intelligence or machine learning or deep learning in order to enhance our digital transformation agenda? And the conclusion over here is that we in the financial industry, insurance companies included, have been facing a tremendous amount of pressure. If we look at the US alone and what's happening in banks or with banks in the US, around 45 billion of cash have been set aside in reserves in order to be used as a reserve or, if needed, as a contingency plan to any loan defaults that might exist. In the same way, we have also understood that insurance companies have been subject to a tremendous amount of pressure because their customers have been reducing as much as possible the value of the premiums paid towards insurance policies, and also the amount of claims associated to unemployment, health, and other matters has also increased. Obviously, all these factors combined have generated a tremendous amount of pressure. And another aspect, digital engagements has also accelerated immensely We do understand that people now are quite reluctant to visit physical branches, and therefore they're exploring digital channels such as chatbots, mobile applications, web interfaces in order to interact with their insurance company, in order to interact with their banking suppliers as well. And this, as you might also be able to understand, has also generated a tremendous amount of pressure in the insurance companies acting in the industry. Apart from that, we have also noticed, and this is across board, not only insurance companies, but every single company out there, the customer service demands have indeed spiked. We have more and more consumer calls. We have more people claiming insurances. We have more people understanding, in which way they can optimize the premiums they are paying. We have more and more people with questions around all the uncertainty that COVID-19 has been presenting to all of us on a daily basis. And as you can understand, these consumer spikes have also generated tremendous wait times when it comes to customer support, and of course, directly linked and associated to customer insatisfaction. As we will be able to see in the next couple of slides, AI in finance and insurance has been able to help with these challenges that the industry is currently facing. So if we look at a couple of use cases and ways that AI, ML, and DL have been optimizing the entire insurance value chain, the first that comes to mind is the whole claims automation process. We have companies such as Ping Insurance in China or Lemonade in the US that has been making drastic improvements in this area, where the whole process of claims automation is seamless. And this obviously generates a huge appreciation from their customer base. So we have processes where, since the initial claim all the way up to the payment, this is completely automated and keeping human intervention up to a minimum. Obviously, because we have all of this data available to us, and because we have technologies such as AI, ML, and DL acting towards optimization of claims, there is also a big possibility for us to implement fraud detection analytics as well. Everything related to fraud detection, since identity, since claims, since all the process associated to the whole claims process. Another big thing that's been happening is the virtualization work from home event. So we have also understood that it's unknown the amount of time that people will be having to continue working from home. Us in East Africa and all over the globe, we have been facing a couple of spikes, whether you are working from home, whether you can go back to the office, we are facing additional restriction. So one thing is for certain is that work from home can happen at any point in time, and we have to ensure the correct processes and the correct AI engines assisting our workforce in order to help them becoming more productive as well. Another important aspect where AI has been playing a big role is around the underwriting and risk component, where basically once we have all the AI algorithms acting upon the data that we have available to us, we can also help proactively our company come up with optimized premium that will be charged to the insurance policy, and also understand, what type of insurance policies make sense for certain users as well. And this leads us directly to the next point, which is the recommendation. So if we look at recommendations, this is becoming the new economic engine of the internet. More and more, I appreciate the fact that I will be able to log on to my banking application or my insurance application and immediately be recommended on a couple of insurance policies that make sense to me. This is exactly what AI, ML, and DL have also been doing, helping customers optimize as much as possible their insurance policies, leading to cross-selling and upselling opportunities, as well as increase of customer loyalty. On the other hand, when we talk about AI, conversational AI, we are talking about improvement of customer service. And due to this fact, we have also been able to understand that traditional call centers have been able to decrease the costs of each call, coming down from $6 per call up to 20 cents due to AI technology being applied. And then last but not least, the other factor is the disaster response when it comes to weather forecast prediction as well. So there's a lot of uncertainty when it comes to weather patterns. And due to this, we also want to decrease as much as possible the liabilities associated to unexpected weather events. And in this particular area, AI has been helping tremendously insurance companies within the industry. Now, when it comes to AI, there was a survey conducted by Accenture that actually shows that every business needs to be digitally transformed using AI, not only as a method to survive, but essentially to thrive. But getting there might be a challenge. 84% of surveyed executives fear missing out their growth objectives if they don't scale their AI. They do understand that AI is an opportunity, but they do understand the complexity. Out of which 76% cited that they struggled how to scale AI across their business. And this is essentially due to the backend infrastructure and information systems supporting the whole initiatives as well. So when it comes to implementing these type of solutions, make no mistake, it is in a way complex. There's a lot of design guesswork that has to be eliminated. Also, what we want to do is eliminate as much as possible all deployment complexities, and also reduce as much as possible the aspect related to multiple points of support. And this is exactly how Dell Technologies has been helping our customer. We as Dell Technologies understood the need in the finance and insurance industry and came up with a turnkey solution known as Dell EMC Ready Solutions for AI and HPC, where we eliminate all the guesswork, where we ensure all the compatibility, where we ensure a seamless experience to all the customers wanting to implement HPC and AI in a very effective manner. In partnership with companies such as NVIDIA that shine in the space, as well as Intel and AMD, we provide you with a turnkey approach solution that helps reduce as much as possible the time to market of the AI that you so much need in order to transform your business into a more profitable one. I advise and recommend you to please look into the handouts available after the session for a full white paper that covers in detail the turnkey solution that we have to implement to the market, and that has been ensuring the success of Dell Technologies around this space as well. Now, this helps us go a step beyond the traditional reporting plus BI by applying AI, ML, and DL to our existing setup. And by combining it with solutions like the one that I just presented previously, we are able to see a couple of very interesting metrics. So we do understand that on average, we are able to increase the spend of customers by up to 18% with companies. Also, we are able to improve the decision speed process by up to 19% in average. And also very important and relevant due to all the pressures that we are facing, as the capability of reducing cost by an average of 16% through AI-driven automation. And again, these are important factors, but keep in mind that AI, ML, and DL alone do not solve your challenges. As Dell Technologies, we look at several pillars. We look at what we call these IT imperatives, and we allow and enable our customers to increase agility through the deployment of what we call an IT multi-cloud environment, because it's no longer a matter of does cloud or does not cloud make sense to my environment. It's more and more a matter of how many clouds and what type of clouds make sense for our environment. This is how us as Dell Technologies help you. We also help you work and learn from anywhere, helping you implement effectively a digital workplace. And last but not least, we also help you create new value with the data available to you. Let's not forget that data is the new oil, and this is definitely what can allow us to grab more opportunities available to us and available to our companies as well. Also, extremely important is that across these IT imperatives, we implement all of these transformations with intrinsic security, helping you also achieve cyber resilience of your whole digital transformation initiative. And I urge you also to contact the specialists from Dell Technologies working with you in order to understand how we can help you in the space, as it's extremely relevant to ensure the success of the overall operation. I want to end the session by thanking you. Thank you for the time you invested. Please do keep in mind that we are here as Dell Technologies. We do believe that we have advantages. We have proven results in the industries that we cover, and we are here available to work hand in hand with you to help you drive the profitability in the industry that you are in, and ultimately be extremely successful in what you do. A big thank you, and hope to see you soon.